Knock knock. Who's there? Fall. So I'm not really sure where 2015 went, but it's pretty much almost gone. I can't believe that Wednesday is going to be the first day of fall, even though it really doesn't feel like it in Southern California. I mean, I'm trying to make summer last for as long as possible. But since society is telling me that I should start putting away my sundresses and tank tops and switching them out for scarves and pumpkin spice lattes, I decided this would be the perfect time to share with you guys my favorite polish colors for fall 2015, as well as some of my most anticipated releases for books for the rest of the year. So let's start with books I'm looking forward to. So the first book that I'm really excited for is Library of Souls by Ransom Riggs, the third book in the Miss Peregrine's Home for Peculiar Children series. And it comes out just in a couple days on September 22nd. Now I loved the first book in the series. It was so much fun, and it was just scary enough to keep me hanging on, but not too scary that I didn't actually want to read it. Now I'm in the middle of the second book, Hollow City, so I don't actually really know what the third book is about because I don't want to spoil what happens in the second, but I know that it's going to be amazing because he's such an incredible writer, and I seriously can't wait to get it. Now I have the first two in paperback, so it's probably going to be a while before I actually buy it because I want all of my books to match. I'm one of those bookworms, but I'm really excited for when I actually can get my hands on it. Now the next book that I cannot wait for is Six of Crows by Leigh Bardugo. Now this woman is queen. I loved every single solitary thing about the Grisha trilogy. Like, oh my god, the characters, the world that she created, the adventures, it seriously was incredible. I read them originally last year when I went to a book signing that she was at for Fierce Reads tour, and she was amazing, such a sweet woman. And so I went home and I read all three books within 4 or 5 days, and I fell in love. And so this book is going to be in the same world as the Grisha trilogy, but with different characters, and I cannot wait. She is such an incredible storyteller that it's going to be amazing. I have that book pre-ordered and I cannot wait to read it. It's also a beautiful cover, so cover-inspired Manny? I think yes. Book 3 on my list is by another one of my queens, Rainbow Rowell. I don't know if you've been over to my blog or my Instagram recently, but you can tell that I'm pretty much obsessed with everything she writes. I've done cover-inspired Mannies for all 3 of her books besides Eleanor and Park, and even a cover-inspired Manny by the special edition Fangirl, which I had to get. Carrion is going to be a standalone fantasy book that's based on the book that the girls read in Fangirl. It's described as a ghost story, a mystery, a love story, with all the kissing that you would expect from a Rainbow Rowell book, and it seriously sounds like so much fun. Rainbow can do no wrong in my book, and the cover looks great too, and you all know that cover buys are really important for me, so that'll be another one joining my 2 Manny list. The fourth and last book on this list is probably my most anticipated read out of all of them, and that is Winter by Marissa Meyer. We have a little bit longer to wait for this one. It doesn't come out until November 10th, but holy crap, it's going to be amazing. It's going to be the big finish to the Lunar Chronicle series. I think it's supposed to be about 800 pages, and I seriously am so stoked. It's going to be out of this world, literally, because it's a fantasy novel and it takes place on the moon. If you haven't read the Lunar Chronicle series, go out and get them and read them now before the book comes out in a couple months because you won't regret it. They are fairy tale retellings. Each one focuses on a different fairy tale. So Cinder, Cinderella, Scarlet, Little Red Riding Hood, and Cress, Rapunzel. The characters are so adorable, there is the most amazing romance in each of the novels, and it's just so great. I can't gush about this series enough. It's one of my absolute all-time favorite series, up there with Harry Potter, and I cannot wait to see how Marissa is going to wrap up this story. I'm sure there are a ton of other books that are coming out this fall that have slipped my mind and I can't remember at this moment, but those are some of my main books on my TBR that I am looking forward to so much. Alrighty, so now let's talk nail polish. One of my favorite places to get nail color inspiration for the seasons is from Pantone's Color Report. I love the colors that they always pick for each of the seasons, and so that's where I got some of the inspiration for my favorite colors for fall 2015. I'll have all of these colors swatched on my blog, and I'll leave that link in the description below. The first color that I'm obsessed with for fall shouldn't come as any surprise. If you watched my last video of my julep unboxing, you'll have noticed that I was pretty much gushing over this color for fall, and that's Zoe by Julep. It still has a little bit of the bright pastel of summer, but a dusty quality that can bring it into fall and the cooler months. The next color I love is Alicia by Julep, and it's a nice salmon color. It reminds me of Pantone's Cadmium Orange, which is one of their selections for fall, and it's still a bright color that you can wear into the cooler months, but still lets you have some of that summer fun with you. You also have to have a nice red in fall, so I picked Fazia, also by Julep. It has a nice shimmer to it that gives it a little bit more personality than just a flat red, which is a lot of the times what you find during fall. My last julep selection is Janae, which is a dark slate gray, almost black. And this is the time of year when you can start to wear those dark colors. You know, sweater weather and all that jazz. I also still like to have a bright sparkly color in each of my trend selections for the different seasons. And so this season, I'm really loving OPI's Oi Another Polish Joke, which is a bright sparkly gold, and you can get it full coverage in just 2 coats, which I love, or you can wear it on top of some of the other colors as an accent nail. My last pick for fall is from Nails Inc., and it's Nail Kale Bruton Muse in a deep, rich green. Now, I love green for fall. Last year I was loving Fall in Line by Essie, but this green is just a little bit more vibrant and still really stands out on your nails. Plus, I kind of love the idea of nail kale, which has kale extract in it to help strengthen and fortify your nails. Now, I'm not sure if it actually really works, but this is the closest you'll ever get me to kale because I do not like green things. And so if I can wear kale on my nails instead of eating it, you've got me there. So those are just some of my colors that I'm loving for fall 2015. Now make sure you go and check it out on my blog for the swatches of each of these colors. Tell me what colors you're loving for fall in the comments below, as well as any of the new releases that you're really looking forward to in 2015. Because if I can find some new colors and new books for the next couple of months, I'm so excited. Thanks guys, and happy reading!